Okay guys, well, this is what I did. I want you to decrease your rows until you have just two things in here, and then stop and tie your thread off. That is perfect for your little flap, okay? Now, before we do anything else, we need to sew on a closure. And I bought this really gorgeous filigree closure from Delica Beads, and I think I'm going to put it right here like this. This is going to be my closure. I want to put it as close to the edge as I can. So I'm going to sew this on because it's much easier to sew on a closure before you seal up these sides, because once you seal up the sides it gets really rough to do that. Now this is going to be such, I thought with such pretty colors, this closure would look just absolutely stunning on this. You can use any closure you want. So I ran out of, I tied off my thread. So let me show you now. Okay, let me get this needle because my needle is really bent and I don't use bent needles. Can't stand it. Let me show you the stuff I'm going to be using. So I went and got myself some of my charms. I have these really pretty shoe charms that I'm going to dangle off the purse as part of the dangles. These are so cute. I'm going to use maybe these heart charms, but I'm not sure. I have little stars that I'm going to hang off, really pretty stars. So there's some that are open stars, closed stars. These are kind of cheap looking. I might not use these. I might use these ones, the solid stars. And then I have butterflies. These are just charms that I've collected. These are pretty too. I might use just the butterflies and the shoes. Never mind the stars. And then I have these hearts too I might use. I'm not sure yet. I might use one at the bottom. It says love. So you need to go gather yourself some charms. Whatever charms you want to use. It's up to you. Now, as for beads, I did go get some pearls because I'm making the same handle as I did on the rosary with the pearls. And I got some bigger pearls, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but anyway. Alright, so I went and got some bugle beads because I'm going to use really pretty dark purple, and these are 6mm, and those are 3mm. So we have a 6 and a 3, and I have drop beads, and these are just a crystal AB drop bead and some Swarovski crystals in a tanzanite, and I'm also going to use the actual seed beads that I used for my project. So these are all the beads I'm going to use for the dangles, but we won't be getting to dangles, just not today anyways. Getting this closure sewed on is going to be a challenge, but then again I'm going to hide it with beads in here, so it's going to look really pretty. So if you're using Fireline, switch to Nymo Thread when it comes time to doing our dangling, all the dangles, because I've done all these dangles, and I don't think I'm going to make the dangles the same as this. I might make them short like this on here, but a little longer on the bottom, and some dangles all down the side of it. It's just gonna, this is just gonna be a stunning little change purse, rosary purse, whatever, keepsake in there. I am gonna put my mother-in-law's rosary in it for her, and if she wants to keep it in there, that's fine. If she wants to use it for a change purse, that's fine too. And oh my gosh, My needles are stuck. Alright, so we need to get some thread onto our beadwork. With one needle would be perfect. Don't need a whole whack of them. And everybody always asks me where I get these. This is just one of those magnetic needle holders. You can go online and punch them in on any site. And I've just got like, I don't know, 20-30 packages of pony beading needles in here because it's the only brand of beading needles I like. And these ones are size 10. So, okay, you can go anywhere and get them. And then I just take the magnet off the back of it and tape on the size because I got different size needles, and I just use the package that it comes with. Alright, so we need to thread on, and it's always good to get rid of your thread so your beadwork don't come apart. Say in the long time from now, maybe your toggle falls off or the breaks or whatever it happens, but you don't really want all your purse to come apart. Why am I having problems with this? Don't want to thread. Okay. I hate threading it this way, but I'm going to try it. Because this is what happens with Nymo, just frays. Okay, so let's attach the thread somewhere in the base of this. So I'm just going to, whoops, I wasn't holding the tail, you know. That can happen easily. You can even use a cut button if you wanted to just simplify your work a little bit, but it's up to you what you want to use for a closure. So I'm just attaching thread, that's all I'm doing. Holding my tail because it's going to pull right through what I don't want it to do. Don't need to waste that much thread. There we go. Okay. So I need to decide where I need to be coming out of. Let's see, let me put my, where is it? Right here. We want to center it. So I'm going to join it end for end there. Whoops. So I want to be kind of basically coming out of this bead here and that bead there. We'll see how that works. Yep. And yeah, perfect. All right. I'm still attaching thread here. Like I said, this is not a one-day job. If you do a really good job and take your time, your purse, your little change purse or amulet purse, whatever you want to call these, take your time like I did. They're going to turn out really gorgeous. So now I can trim this tail off. Tiki, are you being goofy? And now I'm going to just weave up to where I need to go. to sew on the closure. I need to be in that bead there, so I'm going to come down a bit more. Alright, come up in this one, and I need to be coming out of that one, and I want to be coming out in the front. Alright, okay, so I want to sew this on here like that, and that's going to work out perfectly. Now I'm just going to use silver beads for this. So I'm going to grab one end of that, pick up a silver bead, which I hope it doesn't go through here. We'll see if it does, if the beads go through. And by George, you know what? I'm going to use a crystal. That's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use this. I'm going to see how crystal sits nicely on top. Let's see. They are 3mm, so they're just teeny tiny crystals. Don't need a lot. Give it some spark. Alright, so I'm going to pick up a crystal and a seed bead. And I'm going to skip the seed bead. Skip the seed bead, go back down into the crystal. Alright, I don't think you can see what I'm doing. Alright, so I went back through the hole of the toggle. I'm coming out on this side of the bead, so I'm just going to make a circle and go back in it. Just the one bead I'm working out of, like this. Ouch. And set that on top like that. How does that look? I say it looks pretty good. Alright, so now you're going to go back up and reinforce it. If it's going to let me. It is going to be tight squeeze here. So go back up. Through your bead. Go back down here. Like this. Back through that bead. I'm just sewing it on whatever way I can. I'm gonna be I just want to snag the one bead. There we go. Alright. It's good. The first couple are going to be finicky till you get it placed. And get it nice and tight. So now, to put on the next bead, we need to be coming out of, oopsies, I need to be coming out of this bead here. Where is it now? Just trying to line it up, that bead. I think it's that one. Is it? Gosh. I had to pick a really hard closure, didn't I? But it's going to be pretty. So that one there, I want to be coming out of this bead here. That bead to line up with that. Alright, so I'm just going to weave my needle. I'm coming out of that one. Go into this one here. Okay. Go down those two. I'm trying to line this up so it's nice and straight. And I did have the right one, now I can't find which one it was. Of course. Now, there, am I coming out of the right one? Nope, I need to be in that one. Wait, I need to be in this bead right here. Alright, and so I went through 2 beads. Can we just have one? Thanks. Okay, now up into the second hole, and this is a 5-hole. A 5-hole one. That should work out perfectly. Okay. Oh, that's the only thing is I can only use a seed bead here underneath it because you got to squish it. So I'm just going to sew it with a seed bead. I'm not going to use a crystal because I won't be able to squeeze this if there's crystals all under here. So I'll just put a crystal on that end and just make it really pretty on each side. Underneath it, actually I don't even think I should do that. So I'm just going to go into the next hole of it. Oh my gosh, this is really finicky. But again, it'll be worth it when it's done. Let's see how that looks. Yep, so I'm going to go up into here, and I'm just going to keep weaving back and forth till I have this dang thing secured before it drives me to drink. There, we're getting there now. Can't even really see the thread in there, so I'm going to go here. those ones. Those 2 beads. Yep. I'll get this thing secure yet, don't you worry. Up in here. I'm just weaving it nicely. I don't want to make a mess in here because you can see it somewhat. And I'm just weaving back and forth in the holes. As many times as I can before the beads don't allow me to go through them anymore. Yeah, it's best to not put any beads in here if you're using a closure like this, because when you squeeze this, you're just going to bust your beads anyways, and then you're going to have loose threads where your beads are broken off. So don't do it. Listen to the expert. Oh wait, ow! That's what you get for lying. I ain't no expert. Ugh, that hurt. Son of a gun. Alright, now back through those 2 beads. Oh, that hurt. I hate pokes with the needle so much. Alright, so this is going to be my last time sewing through these. So I'm pretty sure they're good and secure. Pretty sure of it. Alright. Now, hopefully I can go through those beads one more time. Good. Okay. So now I'm going to get over here into that bead there. So I need to weave my way down there. That's good and secured. Oh, I think that looks pretty, having a crystal on each side. Alright. So I need to go one of those 2. And I need to go down here to that one and into that one. And we are at the last hole here. So let's pick up a pretty crystal and a seed bead. Okay. Back through the hole. Okay. Back through the tiny bead that you're coming out of, if it lets you. There we go. And I'm going to go through it one more time. Look at how pretty. So back up here into the crystal, into the 11-0, and this closure, this filigree closure that I got it from Auntie's Beads, oh, quite a while ago, probably a year ago, and I never used it. So now we can call that job done. Look at how nice I sewed that on. I'm so proud of me. That looks so pretty. Alright, now let's have a look. So when I sew this one on, I can put crystals all along here to hide my threads like I did here. Just can't put it underneath this. Okay, so this pulls out. Okay. We've got to make sure we put this in the right place. Now, before you cut your thread off, you can start doing some of your dangles if you want, because you got all this thread and you're actually right here ready to do your dangles. So you could just start exiting into your beads here like this, and then you don't have to well, I think I did an amazing job with that. I'm so proud of it. I love this filigree closure, just beautiful. Yep. So let's hang off some dangles. What did I do on here? So we did 2 beads, and I did it off of every single bead, right? I did. Lots of dangles in there. Alright, let's dump some of these stuff. Where did I put them all? Okay, so we need all our colors. A little bit of them out. Some purple. Some of those. Some white. Make sure I have all 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And we need some. I think I'm going to use the silver and purple. So we're going to just use some of these 2 beads. Some purple ones. These are beautiful, these purple ones. I just love them. And we need some drop beads. Probably going to need lots of drop beads, but they are pretty. Alright, so since we're already here, let's start with the dangle. So I'm going to start with 2 pretty purples. A long purple one. And 2 purples. And did I put a crystal in there? I sure did. A crystal. And what else? And just a drop bead. Yep, and a drop bead. Alright, so all I have is I have 2 beads, a long 2 bead, 2 beads, a crystal, and a drop bead. Skip the drop bead and go back up through all these beads. So just run your needle back through all these beads. Don't skip any. Okay. Now you're going to take your drop bead and you're going to hold it and pull your work tight to your, or pull that tight to your work. And then you're going to exit through the next, or exit, make a circle and go back through that bead like that. Okay, so there's one dangle. So now I'm going to go up into those 2 and put 2 more there. So you're going to put a dangle in every bead along the edge. So come back up. Just weave your thread till you get to your next. So only go through 1 bead. There's 2 there, but you know how we did 2 drop. But the dangles look nice if they're close, and there's lots. Okay, and I'm just going to repeat this with 2 beads, a 2 bead, 2 beads, crystal, a drop bead. Okay, and let it fall. skip your drop bead, go through your beads, be right back.